अब की बार ट्रंप सरकार.
An Indian Prime Minister endorsing the US President at a political event in Houston, Texas last year was unprecedented in both Indian and American politics. The Indian government later clarified that Modi's address wasn't a means as an election pitch for Trump, but it was clear the two leaders had struck up a warm relationship. Trump followed up with a visit to Modi's hometown of Ahmedabad in February. But there's also close ties with India in the campaign of Trump's rival Joe Biden. Biden's running mate Kamala Harris is of Indian-Jamaican heritage. She's been known to criticize her mother's native country, singling out its handling of human rights in Kashmir.
Third debate, person to person.
Her uncle in New Delhi says Harris will continue to speak her mind.
She can't pull punches because India is her hometown. If she can be critical of the United States, there's no reason somebody says you can't be critical of India.
Even though Indian Americans make up only 1% of the US electorate, their population has grown by more than 150% from 2000 to 2018. It's one of the fastest growing ethnic groups in the country. And that's why both Republicans and Democrats are trying to woo Indian Americans.
Traditionally, the Indo-Americans actually have been inclined towards the Democrats. A recent report by API, the Asian American and Pacific Island, it points that at least 66% of the Indo-Americans today actually support Joe Biden. The percentage was higher in the last elections actually for Hillary Clinton, which was above 70%. And so,
COVID-19 and tensions at India's Himalayan border with China have changed Asian geopolitics and pushed India and the US closer strategically. From India's purchase of military helicopters to joint naval exercises in the Indo-Pacific, it's the defense and strategic partnership between the United States and India that has become the centerpiece of ties between the two countries. A relationship only likely to deepen regardless of who sits in the Oval Office.
This fundamental strategic direction of the India-US relationship, both in strategic terms, economic terms, scientific terms post-COVID, in terms of cooperation in vaccine development, cooperation in access to drugs and so on, this should be maintained.
COVID-19 is likely to increase calls for protectionist policies which have taken root in both American and Indian politics. So trade ties could create problems down the road. Both countries will have a better idea about what to expect after the results of the US presidential election come in. Ishan Russell, TRT World, New Delhi.